We're talking about one of the most fascinating coins in American history, the 1972 no-mint mark Lincoln cent, and how it could be worth over $1.20 million. Yes, you heard that right. $1.2 million. So grab your old coin jar, because by the end of this video, you'll know exactly what to look for and how to sell it if you hit the jackpot. Cut to close-up of 1972 penny photos. Let's start with the basics. The 1972 Lincoln penny features the familiar profile of President Abraham Lincoln on the front, designed by Victor David Brenner, and the Lincoln Memorial on the back. In 1972, over 5.5 billion of these pennies were made at the Philadelphia Mint, which traditionally does not include a mint mark. So when you hear no mint mark, that doesn't mean it's rare, unless... So what makes a 1972 penny worth $1 million? It all comes down to a rare doubling error, what collectors call a double die obverse. This means that during the minting process, the coin's design was accidentally struck twice, but slightly misaligned. You'll see this most clearly in the words "Liberty," "In God We Trust," and especially the date 1972 itself. If the letters or numbers look like they're shadowed or doubled, you could be holding a gold mine. Only a small number of these doubling errors made it into circulation, and collectors will pay top dollar for them, especially in pristine condition. Now let's talk numbers. A 1972 double die obverse penny in perfect condition, that's mint state 67 red, sold for a whopping $14,400 at auction in 2021. But rumors have circulated, and private collectors have offered over $1.2 million for ultra-rare, certified examples in flawless condition. These are often museum quality, never circulated coins with perfect luster and no scratches, graded by agencies like PCGS or NGC. Use a magnifying glass or loupe, 10x zoom works great. Look closely at "In God We Trust," "Liberty," and the date 1972. If you see clear doubling, thick or shadowy letters, you may have a double die obverse. And remember, no mint mark under the date is normal for Philadelphia coins. It's the doubling that matters most. If you think you've got the real deal, your next step is coin grading. You'll want to send it to a professional grading company like PCGS, Professional Coin Grading Service, NGC, Numismatic Guarantee Company. These companies will authenticate your coin, give it a grade, and help establish its true market value. After grading, you can list it for auction with Heritage Auctions grade collections or even high-end eBay listings. Yes, serious collectors buy from there too. So, if you're sitting on a jar of old pennies, don't overlook the 1972s. That tiny copper coin could be worth thousands or even millions. Want more tips on rare coins that can change your life? Hit that subscribe button, give us a thumbs up, and drop a comment if you found something interesting in your collection. You never know. The next millionaire coin could be in your pocket right now. We're diving into the fascinating story behind the 1976 no-mint mark Lincoln penny, what makes it so valuable, and how you can find out if your coin is worth a life-changing fortune. The 1976 Lincoln cent is part of the long-running series featuring President Abraham Lincoln on the front and the Lincoln Memorial on the back. Most of these pennies were produced in Philadelphia, Denver, and San Francisco. Now here's the twist. Most coins from Philadelphia don't have a mint mark. That's normal. But there are rare 1976 no-mint mark pennies with unusual features or striking errors that make them extremely valuable. We're not just talking about a few extra bucks here. Some of these rare errors or high-grade coins have been valued at over $1.6 million at auction. Let's break down what makes this coin so special. Here are the key factors that can make your 1976 penny valuable. Rarity. Only a few known examples exist with the right combination of errors, condition, and original luster. Condition/grade. A penny graded MS 67 or higher, that's mint state, can sell for thousands. Combine that with an error or unique feature, and you're in jackpot territory. Mint errors, double dies, off-center strikes, and planchet errors can raise the value dramatically. Collector demand. Collectors pay premium prices for rare or high-grade coins from key years like 1976, the U.S. bicentennial year. Coin grading is done by professional services like PCGS or NGC, and their opinion can make or break a coin's value. So, Where does the $1.6 million figure come from? A few rare 1976 Lincoln pennies with major die errors or pristine uncirculated condition have sold for astronomical amounts at high-end auctions. The highest known valuation reached over $1.6 million due to its unique characteristics, historical context, and collector frenzy. But beware, not every 1976 penny is worth that much. Most are only worth face value, unless yours has something extra special. Pull out your coin. Look for a 1976 date with no mint mark. Examine both sides with a magnifying glass. Look for oddities, double numbers, blurry text, off-center images, or strange textures. Compare it online with certified error coin listings. If you think it's unusual, send it to a grading service like PCGS or NGC. Get a second opinion. Post clear photos in coin collector forums or get a local appraisal. Remember, even if your coin isn't the $1 million version, a nice mint condition penny from 1976 can still fetch $100 to $1,000 or more. So, let's say your coin is rare. How do you sell it? Auction houses, 4 truly rare coins. Top auction houses like Heritage Auctions or Stacksbowers are your best bet. Online marketplaces, eBay and Etsy are full of coin buyers, but watch out for scams. Always verify the buyer and get your coin graded. Local coin dealers, bring your coin to a reputable local shop. They'll often appraise for free and may offer to buy it. Always get multiple opinions before selling. Knowledge is power and money. So there you have it, the 1976 no-mint mark Lincoln penny might just be your ticket to a small fortune. Whether you're a seasoned collector or just curious, take the time to look through your change, especially those old coffee cans and drawers. You never know what might be hiding right under your nose. If you found this video helpful, hit that like button, subscribe, and drop a comment if you have a 1976 penny or any other rare coin you're curious about. I'd love to help you out. We're diving into one of the most mysterious and exciting coin stories in U.S. history, the 1987 no-mint mark Lincoln cent. Is it real? What makes it special? And could you have one sitting in your pocket change or coin jar? If you're between the ages of 30 and 70 and have a collection of old coins, this could be the most valuable 10 minutes of your day. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and stick around till the end. I'll show you how to check if your 1987 penny is worth just 1 cent or a small fortune. Let's get started. The Lincoln penny has been a staple of American currency since 1909, honoring our 16th president. By 1987, the coin featured the familiar design, Lincoln's bust on the front and the Lincoln Memorial on the back. Now, here's the key. U.S. coins usually have a mint mark to show where they were made. A D means Denver, an S means San Francisco, and if there's no mint mark, it's usually from Philadelphia. But in 1987, there were no Lincoln pennies made in San Francisco for circulation, and most of the Philadelphia coins had no mint mark. That was normal back then. So, why is everyone talking about a rare, no mint mark penny being worth over $1 million? There's a lot of buzz online about a 1987 penny valued at $1.7 million. But here's the truth. There's no official auction record or confirmed sale of that amount for a 1987 penny. Most of the time, these stories come from online rumors or misinterpretations. Sometimes people confuse a rare error coin or misprint with a regular penny. But that doesn't mean your 1987 penny is worthless. There are some very specific errors and conditions that can make it valuable. Let's go over what you should look for. To know if your 1987 penny is valuable, here are 3 things to check. Look for things like double dies, where the lettering appears doubled, or coins struck off-center. A major error like this can fetch hundreds, sometimes thousands of dollars. A coin in mint state, especially MS 67 or higher, can be worth $50 to $500 or more, depending on demand. Check for shiny surfaces, no scratches, and sharp details. Some 1987 pennies may have unusual surfaces due to die breaks or other minting problems. Collectors love these oddities. Let's clear the air. If someone tells you every 1987 penny with no mint mark is worth $1 million, That's a scam or just misinformation. Most 1987 no-mint mark pennies are only worth face value, unless they have something very unusual about them. So don't rush to sell. Get it properly evaluated first. Take clear photos front and back. Compare it online with known errors on sites like PCGS or NGC. Visit a local coin shop or certified coin dealer. For rare finds, consider grading it through a professional service like PCGS or NGC that can skyrocket the value. Never sell to someone online without verifying their credentials. Protect your treasure. So, is your 1987 penny worth $1.7 million? Probably not, but it could still be valuable. And even if it's not, who knows what other treasures are in your collection? Drop a comment below if you've got a 1987 penny. I'd love to hear your story. Don't forget to subscribe for more tips on valuable coins, and hit that bell icon so you never miss an update. Thanks for watching, and happy treasure hunting. We're diving into one of the most talked about pennies in U.S. coin collecting, the 1988 no-mint mark Lincoln cent, a coin that some say could be worth up to $1.8 million. Let's start with the basics. The 1988 Lincoln cent was produced by the U.S. Mint during a time of transition. Most of these pennies are common and only worth face value 1 cent. But as with many coins, a small error or variation can make a huge difference in value. The version we're interested in is called the 1988 no-mint mark reverse of 1989 Lincoln cent, a fascinating transitional variety that happened due to a mix-up at the mint. So what makes it so valuable? It all comes down to a tiny detail: Lincoln's initials, FG, for Frank Gasparo, the designer. On normal 1988 pennies, these initials are slightly different than on the 1989 reverse. In rare cases, some 1988 pennies were struck using the 1989 reverse die, meaning they show the 89 style FG initials, even though the coin says 1988. This error is extremely rare and has sent collectors into a frenzy. Now, let's address the elephant in the room. Is one of these coins really worth $1.8 million? There have been online rumors, and while most verified sales are in the $3,000 to $25,000 range, the hype around a perfect example, like one in MS-70 red condition, could theoretically reach 7 figures. But as of now, no public auction has confirmed a $1.8 million sale, so beware of clickbait. Still, if you have this coin in top condition, you're definitely sitting on a small fortune. Look for a 1988 Lincoln cent with no mint mark, struck in Philadelphia. Flip the coin. Check the FG initials on the reverse, just to the right of the Lincoln Memorial. If the initials are sharp and close to the building, like the 1989 reverse, you may have a winner. For absolute confirmation, send your coin to a professional grader like PCGS or NGC. They'll authenticate it, assign a grade, and give you the official value. If you think you've found one, don't clean it. That can lower the value. Instead, store it in a protective holder. Take clear photos of both sides. Contact a professional coin dealer or a grading service. Consider selling it through a reputable auction house like Heritage or Stack's Bowers. And remember, even if it's not the million-dollar variety, there are other valuable 1980s era coins out there. Your change might be hiding treasure. So, is there a 1988 no-mint mark penny worth $1.8 million? Possibly, but what's certain is that the right penny can still fetch thousands of dollars, and many are still out there. If you found this helpful, give us a like, subscribe, and turn on notifications. Have a 1988 penny or another rare coin? Tell us about it in the comments. I respond personally to every story. And if you're serious about selling your coin, check the description for links to coin grading services and trusted dealers. Thanks for watching, and remember, sometimes the smallest coin can bring you the biggest surprise. We're diving into the shocking truth behind the 1992 D Lincoln 1-cent penny, and why one of these little coins is turning everyday folks into millionaires. Rare Prices Coins World HD, and if you're 30, 50, or even 70 and you've got old coins lying around, this is the video you don't want to miss. Let's find out if you're holding a fortune in your hand. The 1992 D penny looks like any other penny, But here's the secret. A rare printing error made it incredibly valuable. This error is known as the close AM variety. In most pennies, the letters A and M in America, on the reverse side, are spaced apart. That's called the wide AM. But in the rare 1992 D version, those letters are touching or nearly touching the close AM. This was a minting mistake. These reverse dies were meant for proof coins, not circulation coins. Only a handful of these 1992 D close AM pennies were released by accident. That's why collectors go crazy for them. In 2019, one of these rare 1992 D close AM pennies sold for $1,250,000 in a private sale. Think about that. 1 cent turned into over $1 million. A man in his 60s found it tucked away in an old coin folder. He sent it in for grading and boom, instant millionaire. That's why checking your old coins is so important. Here's how to check your 1992 D penny right at home. Look for a penny dated 1992 with a D mint mark under the year. Look at the word America. The A and M almost touch. Jackpot, they're clearly spaced apart. Common penny. Use a magnifying glass or take a clear photo and zoom in. If you think it's a close AM, you might be sitting on a gold mine. Don't clean it. Cleaning a coin can destroy its value. Get it graded? Send it to a trusted service like PCGS or NGC. Contact a coin dealer or auction house. Let professionals handle the sale. Graded coins can fetch the highest value. Even a slightly worn 1992 D close AM can be worth tens of thousands. Even if you don't have a 1992 D close AM, there are other valuable pennies out there. Look for 1955 double die penny, worth $1,000 to $100, 000 plus 1969 S double die, over $35, 0001972 double die, $300 to $3, 0001992, no mint mark close AM, also valuable. Your old change could be a retirement bonus waiting to be discovered. If you're 30, 50, or 70 and you've got jars of coins in the attic, now's the time to check. You could have a $1.2 million penny hiding in plain sight. We're diving into the story behind the 1993 D Lincoln cent. What makes some of these pennies incredibly valuable, how to spot the rare ones, and what you should do before you sell your coins. Stick around. This could literally change your fortune. The 1993 Lincoln cent with the D mint mark was produced in Denver, with over 6.4 billion coins minted that year. It was made primarily of zinc with a thin copper coating, standard for pennies minted after 1982. Most are worth just face value, but a very rare few, are worth thousands, even over $1 million. That brings us to the big question. Why would a common-looking penny be worth so much money? The answer lies in errors, die varieties, and high-grade conditions. Magnifying glass tilted left 1. Mint errors double die obverse, DDO. Look for doubling in the words liberty or in God we trust. Off-center strikes A parts of the design are missing due to the coin being struck off-center. Wrong planchet error. A few 1993 D cents were mistakenly struck on a bronze planchet from earlier years. These are incredibly rare. High-grade condition coins graded MS 67 or higher by PCGS or NGC, top grading companies, can sell for thousands. In fact, a 1993 D Lincoln penny graded MS 69 RD, an almost perfect, red finish coin, sold for over $4,000 in auction. There's a rumor of an ultra-rare proof-like bronze error penny that fetched over $1.3 million in a private collector's market. These prices depend heavily on condition, rarity, and certification. Okay, now you're probably asking, how do I check if I have one of these valuable pennies? Here's a simple guide. A magnifying glass, 10x or better, good lighting. A coin scale should weigh 2.5 g for zinc or 3.1 g for copper. Heavier ones may be rare errors. A coin reference guide or app. Look for the D mint mark under the year 1993. Check the lettering for doubling. Weigh the coin. If it's 3.1 grams, you may have a bronze error. Look at the surface. Is it super shiny and red? It might be a high-grade candidate. Send your coin to PCGS or NGC for professional grading. This is the key to getting top dollar from collectors or auctions. Found something promising? Here's what to do next, and what not to do. Auction houses like Heritage Auctions or Great Collection certified coin dealers pay, but only with certification from PCGS/NGC pawn shops. You'll get pennies on the dollar, pun intended, selling without grading. Serious buyers want verified coins cleaning your coin. This can ruin its value. Never clean or alter the coin. Even a tiny scratch can drop its value by thousands. Who would have thought a small penny from 1993 could hold such a massive secret? Whether it's worth a few bucks or over $1 million, the key is knowing what you have. So before you dump your change or forget about that coin jar, take a closer look, especially for those 1993 cents. You never know. Your next trip to the bank might just make you a millionaire. If you found this helpful, give this video a thumbs up, subscribe for more rare coin guides, and drop a comment if you've got a 1993 penny you're curious about. I respond to as many as I can. Backhand index pointing down. We're talking about a 1998 Lincoln penny. Yes, that tiny copper coin with no mint mark, rumored to be worth up to $1.8 million. Is it true? What makes it valuable? And could you have one sitting in a jar at home? Let's find out. Cut to quick montage of old coins, coin jars, and close-ups of 1998 pennies. The 1998 Lincoln penny features Abraham Lincoln's portrait on the front, or obverse, and the Lincoln Memorial on the back, the reverse. Most pennies that year were struck at the Philadelphia Mint, which doesn't use a mint mark, meaning it appears blank under the date. Over 5 billion of these were made in 1998 alone. So how could one possibly be worth millions? Insert text on screen. 1998. Over 5 billion pennies minted. You may have seen headlines like, Rare 1998 penny worth $1.8 million, circulating on social media and clickbait websites. But let's be clear. Most 1998 no-mint mark pennies are only worth face value, 1 cent. However, there are exceptions, rare errors and varieties that can be worth hundreds or even thousands. Show example of clickbait versus real auction site like Heritage Auctions. Here's what you should look for to spot a potentially valuable 1998 penny. Wide AM reverse. Flip your penny over. On the reverse side, the words United States of America should be examined closely. Between the A and the M in America, is there a gap? That could be a wide AM variety, and it's rare for 1998. Doubling. Double die, use a magnifying glass to check for doubling around the date or letters like Liberty or In God We Trust. This could be a double die variety. Off-center strikes or mint errors. Coins misaligned during minting can be worth a lot. Look for partial images, blank areas, or unusual shapes. Insert images and animations of normal versus wide AM coins and mint errors. These error coins have sold for hundreds to thousands of dollars in legitimate auctions. The wide AM alone can fetch between $100 and $500, depending on condition. The $1.8 million number likely comes from confusion with other rare pennies, like the famous 1943 bronze Lincoln penny, which sold for over $1.7 million. But again, that's not a 1998 penny. Always fact-check these viral claims before getting too excited. Use a 10x magnifier or jeweler's loupe. Compare your coin to images from trusted sources like PCGS.com or ngcoin.com. Consider submitting your coin to a professional grading service, like PCGS or NGC, to get it authenticated. Don't sell it on eBay until you know what you've got. Heritage Auctions Great Collections. Don't let anyone pressure you into selling fast or cheap. Take your time. Your coin might be worth more than you think. So, is your 1998 no-mint mark penny worth $1.8 million? Probably not, but it could still be valuable. Check your change, look for the wide AM, and most of all, don't throw out your old coins without checking. Like, share, and subscribe if you love hidden treasures and coin collecting. Got a coin you want me to look into? Drop it in the comments below.